Good evening and welcome to another edition of Indians Theatre. I am your host, Montgomery Theodore Coleman, and I have been attending broadcast school so that I may present the following social media commentary to you tonight regarding the Cleveland Indians. First, Keaton McDonald writes, Lindor deserves Rookie of the Year. However, I don't think he will fare very well, since several others have had postseason success. Ah, young Keaton. Keaton. The votes for Rookie of the Year were cast before the postseason playoffs began. Let me give you an analogy, Keaton, so that you might be able to understand. It's like that second to last episode of Survivor each season, when the votes are cast. Jeff Probst already knows whether or not Lindor was elected Rookie of the Year, but Major League Baseball is waiting to announce it until sweeps. Thank you for your contribution, Keaton. Next on Indians Theatre, we observe a comment from Dave Leffingwell, who saw that there was a post-season interview of Terry Francona summarized on Jim Rosenhaus's podcast, Tribe Talk. Dave wrote, quote, would really like him, Tito, to be asked what he needs to get to the playoffs. Obviously an outfielder with a power bat, but want him to state it and send a message to the idiots in charge, unquote. Bully, Dave, bully. You obviously know how to ask the clever but tough question that the Indians beat reporters are simply too scared or too stupid to ask.
Season and moving forward, if you have that same group you had the second half of the year for a whole year, do you feel comfortable in that group getting to where you want to be, or do you think there are pieces that you need?
That's a hard one for me to say because, one, I'm never real comfortable talking about our team and like, oh, we need this, we need that. Because basically you're saying whoever you have isn't good enough. So I never feel real comfortable doing that. But I guess I would say we'll be realistic as we can in our evaluations. What you don't want to do is let 2 months all of a sudden say, well, we just need to play at this pace. That's not really the way the game goes.
Oh, swing and a miss, Dave. So sorry. The trained and experienced sport reporters are clearly smart enough to ask your obvious question. And Mr. Francona, despite your complex analysis, chose to be a good leader who does not publicly criticize members of his team. Little secret, Dave, Mr. Francona actually works quite closely and successfully with the front office to discuss the needs of the team. He does not need to backstab them in the media, even though you want him to do so. Next, we go to Cleveland.com, where The Player commented about the 2015 team payrolls in the American League Central Division. The Player notes that Cleveland's was about $86 million before their salary dump. It's pretty telling, he writes, that the other teams in the same market are outspending them by well over $20 million, quote, yet this inept front office and the PD writers who claim not to be in their pocket insist that the Tribe can't afford to play in the free agent market or trade for a big contract, unquote. Let me see if I understand you, Player. The Indians spent $87 million, less than the Detroit Tigers, and yet won 7 games more than them this year. $30 million less than the White Sox, and won 5 more games than them. Based on my calculations, you are grossly misinformed about the meaning of the term inept. Spending less money for more wins actually demonstrates that the front office is quite ept. Finally this evening, someone going by the very creative handle Lambone writes on Cleveland.com, when I was checking in Jim Thome's stats, the similarities with Lonnie Chisenhall became evident. They were both up and down the first few years with making much impact. I think he means without, but he says with. Both had some good moments those first few years, but were inconsistent. He goes on to state, Thome's first really huge year was year 6. 38 home runs, 116 RBIs, and this will be Lonnie's 6th year coming up. Lambone, I, like you, am fond of Lonnie Goosendale Chisenhall, and I hope he continues to settle in at right field, but the utter foolishness of your analysis is begging to be mocked. In Jim Thome's 4th season, he hit 20 home runs and 20 doubles in just 98 games. In his 5th season, he batted .314. He hit 25 home runs and walked 97 times for an OPS of 996. Conclusion: simple. In the off-season, it appears that Lonnie Chisenhall posts on Cleveland.com using the pseudonym Lambone. Thank you for joining us again on Indians Theatre. If you see a comment that is worthy of our consideration, please send a copy to us on Twitter at Indians Theatre. If you have enjoyed this episode, I have been your host, Montgomery Theodore Collerman. If you have not enjoyed this episode, I have been your host, Cole Lopez. Thank you and good night.